Warning! This game contains graphic features which may be disturbing to some viewers. If you are easily offended by this kind of stuff, please just go away. Thanks.
How's it going, mates? This is Mrjacharles. We're back with Bablomp, the expert game Bablomp. It's the game where it's just a black screen. You just kind of have to imagine the visual novel images that come up. Actually, no, we're back here with Clannad, visual novel experience, Japanese anime, good stuff. Was probably big ages ago, and then, I don't know, probably everyone forgot about it. Alright, but previously, we kind of admitted to ourselves how shit we feel for dating a girl we don't want to date, and how we actually have feelings for Kyou. Well, I don't know if we've mentioned that, but I know we're not happy with, being with Rio, and it's kind of beginning to affect us at the inside of our heart. Now we've gone to the arcade machine, and we're going to see where that goes. So, Bablomp is... oh dear. This week, it seems the two of you will have a quarrel over something minor. Wouldn't really call the horrible feeling Tomoya has minor. I'd call it very mentally damaging, but if you say so. Right, confusion will lead to anxiety, and anxiety will lead to confusion. You should pay attention to and not lose sight of your own opinions, and at the same time, make an effort to consider your partner's circumstances. Oh, well, that's very relevant. If you make an effort to understand each other, your relationship will definitely strengthen. Remember, a watched pot never boils. Your lucky items are silver jewelry and gemstone. Now I wonder what that could be referring to. Bear in mind we bought some amethyst for our dear Kyou. Or, well, it was meant to be for Rio, but, you know, we ended up fucking... Yeah. Your lucky colour is red. Which is what Kyou... Oh dear. The game's hinting something about a necklace and Kyou. Because Kyou wore red in the, when she goes out and about shopping. And Rio always wears blue. Well, that doesn't make me feel good at all about my life. But, c'est la vie, monsieur, as they say in French. Alright, it must be my imagination. The results of the horoscope machine have been getting progressively worse every time we try it. I take a peek at Rio. How does... Oh dear. Is her hair a different colour or is it just me? The results are pretty ambiguous. Yeah, they could mean anything, to be honest. Yeah, well, it's just a game, even though I know it's hardly trustworthy. These results don't leave me with a good feeling, probably because it all kind of matters to you, including the silver jewellery and the gemstone and, you know, the colour red. Maybe it's hinting that I'm going to sleep with your sister. That might happen. It may be a game, but it's still fortune-telling. But compared to actual fortunes told by people, doesn't it feel kind of hollow or lacking a human touch? Everything is said was obviously pre-programmed. Ha! Obviously! Well, that may be true, but they got it goddamn right! Still fortune-telling, she says with a smile. I'm not smiling right now. Do you see this face? Okay. The objective of fortune-telling is to create motivation for... Motivation! Are you saying we were motivated? I don't think we were! I think actually we've been put off everything in life. How to interpret these words is up to us. Well, I guess you're right. Motivation for the future, huh? If that's the case, how should I interpret this fortune? Confusion will lead to anxiety, and anxiety will lead to confusion. To me, my anxiety... Kyou. Oh, in the end, despite having spent the whole day with Rio, I can't take my mind off of Kyou. You're getting a bit confused about what you need. Maybe that'll lead to anxiety, and then you'll just be like... Because the loop will just be, never ending. What makes it worse is I kept on envisioning her on the verge of tears instead of her smiling. Even so, I tried my best to keep smiling in front of Rio. This is so hypocritical, I think, and the feeling of self-loathing sets in once more. Oh, we're gonna explode at some point, aren't we? We're gonna come some kind of supernova Final Fantasy VII Sephiroth move thing. When the time comes for us to part ways, we kiss at the corner of the empty street. I go with the flow, as if it is natural to do so. Well, that's a good rhyme. I was actually going to try and sing Queens of the Stone Age there, but I don't know how it goes. When Rio waits for me with her eyes closed, I pause for... Oh, fucking hell. Just admit you don't want to be with her. I pause for a moment. This is so cruel. Her face is far too similar to Kyou's. As our faces grow closer and closer, the length of her hair becomes obscure, and then you go full on straight in because you're just all like, yeah, I really want that Kyou action right now. Ryo, none of that, please. By the time our lips were touching, I no longer know if it is Ryo or Kyou. Good, great. Despite everything, it is Kyou who is on my mind. When I feel her warmth in my lips, it was Kyou who I think of instead of Ryo. Oh dear. My lips trembled slightly. I stick my tongue out a little, hitting her teeth. Tasty calcium. Having caught her by surprise, her shoulders shudder slightly. It's like a snake's going in your mouth. However, she does not resist. My tongue moves inward, and Ryo does the same. You know, if I had like a really long tongue, I could drag it all the way past our organs and down to her vagina, and technically I'd be doing cunnilingus. Kyou! Sorry. No, I giggled because of the weird comment I made, not because he was thinking of Kyou that whole time. Her name echoes within my mind. Slowly, the warmth dissipates. Alright, I open my eyes and find a blushing Ryo, looking embarrassed, but also happy. Did my fantasy come true? I hope it bloody didn't. I take a step backward and stare at her face. Despite everything, I am sure I am smiling right now. However, it must be a hollow facade I am putting up so as to not make Ryo feel uneasy. Ryo bows lightly and starts walking home. As she gets farther and farther away, she repeatedly turns back to look at me. Until she disappears from my view, I keep waving back at her. And when I am finally by myself, I pound on a nearby wall with my fist. Oh dear, well that's going to give you a bit of a bone injury. I'm the worst! The sharp pain that I feel remains not in my fist, but instead in my heart. Yeah, we know you're a fucking romantic lover pussy. We know you're not having a good time. Stop mentioning how much pain you're in terms of your heart. Develop a bit, man. I'm not saying he's a pussy for, like, admitting his feelings. It's just he keeps talking about how his heart is in pain. Like how actual heartbreak would feel. It's just a bit unnerving, a bit irritating now. The bell rings, signaling the beginning of lunchtime, sorry. So Maya couldn't... Before I could even stand up, Ryo's already walked up to my desk. Hey, what's up? Let's have lunch together. Yeah, I don't mind, but I need to buy bread at the cafeteria. No, you're not allowed your bread. You're gonna have a lunchbox. You don't have to. She smiles and places something on my desk. Is it a giant fucking, like, goat leg or something? I don't know. I don't know why a giant goat leg came to my mind. A lunchbox wrapped in a napkin makes a soft knocking sound as it lands on my desk. As it lands on my desk, apparently, and that's clearly not right. I made a lunchbox. I made it all by myself today. Upon hearing that, I stare at the object on my desk. Ryo made a lunchbox. Since she said she made it by herself, it must mean Kyou did not help out, unlike last time. Right? Does that mean the food could be poisonous? In other words, shall we eat it in the courtyard? Let's go! Before I could answer, she starts dragging me away by my... She would never do... The old Ryo would never do this. By my hand, we leave the classroom as all our classmates stare on... Aren't you used to this shit by now? Oh my god. Can we not comment on how the fucking middle guy is trying to pucker up his lips like, I love this gay man? Can we not stare at that? Because that's concerning. Wonder if I'll be able to come back here in one piece once lunch is over. Yeah, I wonder. What if Kyou's not going to, like, massacre us with a machete? Still being dragged by my hand, I walk down the hallway step by step. It almost feels like I am on a death march. It's as though a cruel, inescapable fate is beckoning me to walk toward it. Suddenly, I feel something odd about the hand that's holding mine. Although Ryo's hand should feel tender and warm, there are areas that feel cold and inorganic. What's that all about? Ryo? Yes? Grip. Ah, what's wrong with your hand? This is... On her previously slender, beautiful hand are several band-aids. At the very least, they weren't there yesterday. Oh, she's not gonna self-injure, is she? I don't know if I could take that. Right, innocent till proven guilty. I'll go get some drinks. Take this and head there first, please. Hey! Ryo presses the lunchbox against my chest and starts running toward the cafeteria. I stare at the lunchbox that she's forced on me. In any case, I suppose I'll head to the front yard first. Oh no. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to know. This isn't going to turn like horror all of a sudden. I haven't actually picked up Doki Doki Literature Club, have I? Guess around here will do. I sit down at a suitable spot near the stone fence and put the lunchbox down. Looking at the flower pattern napkin wrapped lunchbox, I stroke my stomach. Guess I better prepare myself. Yeah, I'm preparing myself for what's coming next. I apologize to my... Oh, no. Sorry. What if it's because she made it by herself and didn't have help, and then she kind of accidentally hurt herself during cutting and preparing of the food? Okay, yeah, because if it was harming it, it'd be another part of the body, right? Great! I'll probably have to put a fucking warning message in this video if I fucking remember or think it. But then why did they mention it there? And why did she not... Alright. Guilt, instant pill till proven guilty. I apologise to my stomach and wait for Rio. Rustle, rustle. Was that just movement in the bushes? Is it Mr. Puhi? Is it Botan? That's his name. Yep, more rustling, more rustling. Yay! I haven't seen you in ages. Puhi! Botan! Puhi, Puhi! Hey, long time no see. You're here to see Kyou again? Puhi! Sniff, sniff. You hungry? Puhi! I wouldn't try it though. You end up in another coma. Puhi! Well, damn, I don't have anything to eat on me. Not like, actual food. Crack! I then hear the sounds of someone walking on the grass. Ah, well, this is something I've been looking forward to. I look up and find her standing there. In an instant, my heart starts beating much faster, and my erection starts to grow. Hey! Kyou says, and raises her hand with a nonchalant, usual smile. Yo! And that's why I try to reply normally as well. Going to have lunch in a bit, right? Yeah. Where's Rio? She's off getting us drinks. Is that so? Kyou nods and notices the lunchbox sitting next to me. Oh, that. This seems Rio made it. Oh, yeah, that was pretty amazing so early in the morning. I see. She worked pretty hard, Yeah, I saw. So don't you leave behind a single peck. Guess I'll be at the nurse's office afternoon. Even so, be sure to finish all of it. You are her boyfriend after all. Wouldn't you prefer some of this? Starts getting all sexy and down and dirty. Suddenly, pain spikes my body. Indeed, I can feel it in my heart. It feels as though my heart is a mass of needles piercing my chest from the inside out. Bwee bwee! Botan, why are you here at school again? Seems like he's hungry. Oh, is that why? Pwee. Well, guess we don't have a choice. Let's get you some bread from the cafeteria. Okay, I guess that's for him, not... Because I know Kyou can make her own food, Would have thought she'd prepare something better for a pig, but, I know Japan does have its food issues here and there. Not as bad as, third world countries, but... Anyway, Puhi. Okay now, come with me. Puhi! Botan's short legs leap off the ground. He jumps into Kyou's chest. Well, see ya. Yeah. Holding on to Botan, Kyou starts walking back toward the school building. At the same time, Rio is running toward me from the same direction. Is it the one direction? In her hands are several drink packs. The two of them walk past each other. Something feels odd. They passed each other without so much as acknowledging the other's Oh, they're not arguing or something, are they? Has this relationship, scarred... Oh, I don't want to be responsible for that. Ugh. Even though they get along so well, they didn't so much as wave to each other as they walked past each other. I'm sorry for making you wait. Oh, this is getting a bit much. Is barley tea okay? Can you explain what barley tea is? Because I've never heard of it. Rio asks, I haven't finally returned. Yeah, thanks. You're welcome. What's the matter? Are you two having a fight? A fight? Who? You and Kyou? No, not really. Though you say that, it didn't seem like you two even looked at each other just now. Oh, just now? That's because Oni-chan is holding Botan. If I had just stopped there, it would scare him. I mean, if Botan works like a cat, then... I don't believe that for a second. This feels strangely hard to accept. Anyway, let's have lunch. All of a sudden, this game's making me feel very uneasy about myself. Yeah! Rio sits down on the stone fence as she opens the lunchbox. Here, She hands one of the lunchboxes to me. Instead of the lunchbox, my attention is focused elsewhere. The fingers that are gripping the lunchbox has several band-aids. Yeah, you mentioned this before. What happened to your fingers? This is, well... Although she probably wants to hide her hands behind her, she cannot do so because she's holding the lunchbox. She timidly looks at me as her hands and the lunchbox in it tremble. Did you hurt yourself while you were making this? She looks down at her face. Well, I'm glad it's that because I thought something else. I was an idiot and presumed for the worst. But again, this game's making me uneasy, so you can't really blame me. Looks like I guessed correctly, thank God for that. But I think it turned out delicious this time. My fingers may look like they're in a bad shape, but I did taste the food beforehand. Lift? That's a sound. That's a piece of onomatopoeia there. I picked up a tamakayaki from the lunchbox with my fingers. Munch, and put it in my mouth. Munch, munch. Tomoyo-kun. Gulp. It's good. Hand me the lunchbox. Yes. Chopsticks too. Sure. Thanks. Gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble. Yeah, we're still eating. Did you fucking figure that out? What's the matter? Not going to eat? Well, I don't think you really need to, but if you're on a diet, I'll take the other one too. Is it really that fucking good? The food is really good. It'd be a waste to not eat it. This isn't flattery, it is actually good. Even though she used to be bad at cooking, it turned out so delicious. I wonder how much work she put into it. She put so much work into this lunchbox that her fingers are ragged. Without a doubt, this lunchbox was made just for me. There is no way it wouldn't be delicious. Thank goodness. It makes me really happy to hear you say it's good. Very interesting she went from really bad poisonous food to exceptional. Like better than Kyou's cooking. I mean, there's a possibility maybe Kyou made the lunchbox, but somehow I'm not sure. Yeah, it's seriously very good. It's serious Sam. If you would like, you can have mine too. I'll really eat it, you know. Yes. Ryo nods happily with a smile. Alright, cool. The bell has rung, ending lunchtime, and I think it's a good place to end the episode right now. Okay, well, I don't know how this game's gonna go down going forward. Like, I think there has to be a part in this playthrough where I dump Ryo and end up with Kyou. And I think there should be at least a bit of drama going on. Like, more than just, we end up together and that's the end. Because if that happens, well, it's not like we're going to be able to, like, spend any time with Kyou. And I think I'd kind of like that, you know? But, I don't know what's happening. I mean, God knows what's happening during graduation and all that shit. But I guess we're going to see that in another episode. If you want to play the game yourself and see if you can get past this Ryo nightmare, there'll be a link to the game in the description down below. I mean, it's not Ryo's fault or anything, it's just I'm feeling very, very uneasy right now. Without further ado, a little bit of Scrunch next time. See ya!